Okay, so it's changed a little bit since last year. Obviously, we accrued more stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys everything and then I will show you it at nighttime. So we had to buy Miss Maleficent from Home Depot this year. She is so cool. And the fact that Diablo's there and he actually like moves and stuff is incredible. So wait till the end of this video because I will show her on once it's dark out, but I just wanted to show her because she's amazing. And then one of our subscribers sent us this a few years ago. We put it up every year. It's of the Haunted Mansion Bride. And then this year, I found this at Michael's, just kind of to add a little bit more lighting to our background. So you'll see that on, which is fun. And then I have a little side table here with one of the Mickey pumpkins from last year, but it is the same one from this year. So that's fun. And then decided to make this our Hocus Pocus shelf. So we have the Winifred Sanderson Loungefly. I found these little potion bottles at Target. They were like $3, I think. And then what's funny, I actually want to show you guys. So I bought this at Kohl's last year. I made sure it was wrapped great, and then you know when things happen, so it did actually break the bottom off, and the bottom just said like Hocus Pocus. So honestly, like it sits better like this with their dresses, and I just figured like I kind of like it better, so that was kind of random. And then I just have like a little bit of filler stuff, like poison and their brooms. And then this is the Allison Funko from Hocus Pocus. She did come with Binks. He falls a lot. Let me get him in the front. There we go. And then these two are sodas of Mary and Sarah. And then we have an awesome Funko Pop of Stone from Winifred. And then I found this at Michael's too. I just thought it like fit with the whole spooky aesthetic. And that does light up as well. Moving up, we have those Legos from Marshall's. I love that they're stackable. So I do actually have the battery pack inside one of them to light this little pumpkin garland so that it's not like all wires. This is usually put away more, but I think the last time I turned it off, I was being lazy. And then this is the new Mummy Stitch popcorn bucket at the parks. So he does glow in the, not glow in the dark, yeah, glow in the dark. And then this pumpkin actually lights up. So it's kind of like a theme this year with that, because we do have another popcorn bucket that has that same little bucket pail that lights up that I'll show you soon. And then we have the little books. Moving on over, this is never gonna change, I feel like, because I just love this so much. These are the 3 haunted houses that I bought at Target a few years back. They gave me very Addams Family vibes, so I put some of my Addams Family Funkos there. So you have Fester with Thing, Morticia, Gomez, and then that's the Wednesday from the TV show. Comment down below if you watched season 2. We liked it. The zombie thing was a little weird, but you know. Moving down, we of course always line up our Funkos. So we have a bunch this time. There is from Corpse Bride. These ones are from Casper. So you have all the uncles. And then Casper with a little vial. You have Cat, and then Casper, which is the chase of Devon Sawa as a human. There's a bunch of Fab 5 ones. So there's Goofy, Minnie, Mickey, and Donald. And then we have Mike and Sully. These are actually my favorite Hocus Pocus ones because they're like doing magic. But that is actually from Hocus Pocus 2 of the Sanderson sisters. And then we have Wanda and Vision. And then moving down, we have some of the Naughty Kids, so Lock, Shock, and Barrel from Nightmare Before Christmas Funkos. We have a Jack Funko in front of the Halloween door. This is actually a popcorn bucket from, I think, last year of the mayor driving. And his face does turn. And then you have like Lock, Shock, and Barrel on there. We have some of the Jim Shores, so Figaro and a pumpkin. We have Eeyore Mummy, and then a bear in a bee costume. Winnie the Pooh. So I found these two at Home Goods this year for a really good deal. Moving down, we just have like one of the stands you would find at like a pumpkin patch. We've had this Stitch Jim Shore for like ever. And then just kind of filler, so like a ghost. This year actually at Marshall's, I found these two Martha Stewart like ghosts, which actually I thought was cool. It like hung on the little drawer. They do have a thing where you could just prop them up too, but I like them hanging because it's more ghostly. So I have those on each side of our drawers. So you'll see those lit up at the end of the video. And then this is a sipper from our recent trip to Disneyland. If you missed that haul, I'll link it above and below, but I thought it was just fun to put it on the floor because that's what traffic cones usually are. Just on the floor like that. And it is a sipper. So you'll see that glowing later. And then moving up, we have 3 little statues from Home Goods, Sally, Jack, and Zero. I thought those were like perfect up there because of the size. And then going down, we have the new Ghost Mickey popcorn bucket, which lights up, so you'll see that later. And then just as a little background, I put this little house just to give it some spooky vibes. And then we put some little keychain pulls just to give it more Halloween vibes. And then I actually found both of these at Home Goods as well, Jim Shores of Oogie Boogie and Jack and Sally. And then they are in front of the Wig store, which is that Limax figure thing from Michaels. And then I thought Oogie would be cool in front of like the little zombie arcade. And then here we just have a little ghost. And then more town pieces. That's an evil tree that lights up. And then you just put some of the mystery minis from Nightmare Before Christmas. Moving over, this one is new from this year. It's really cool. It's another arcade. It says Game Over. And I just love it so much, a Monster Arcade. And then in front of them I have just a little like potions figure, and then there is all of this Simpsons little figures from Halloween. And then just I have like a little standing pumpkin there. This one I did get at Marshall's last year, so Mickey and Minnie as Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. And then I had to move this stuff down because we got like the popcorn bucket. So that's Deadly Nightshade. And then that's a Madame Leota figure. And then just like a random candle. And then moving up, we have the Maleficent candle holder from Bath & Body Works, which I'm so upset that that whole series went on sale. So we could have got this for like $10 instead of like 40 or 50, whatever we paid for it. And then this Frog's Breath is a sipper from the Oogie Boogie Bash. But we just thought it was cool to have Frog's Breath and Deadly Nightshade. And that's just a light up pumpkin. This is a figure from Home Goods as well of Maleficent. And then another one of those potion bottles. And then on this side table, we have that Minnie to match the Mickey. And then this was a Costco house from, I think 2 years ago, of all the gang. And then in front I have, oh, she fell. Just some of the little Cosbi figures that we opened up last year. If you want to see all of them, I'll link that video above and below. Moving up, I have a Hocus Pocus pin board. So I'll just slowly show some of those. And then if you missed the pin video where we opened up the letters, I'll link that above and below, but we actually ended up buying the rest that we need and putting it in like a little shadow box because I think that looks so cool. Spells out Hocus Pocus. And then I had an extra of this, so I didn't know if that looks good there or not. Let me know. And then we like to put stuff in our arches always. So Christmas always has stuff here. Spring, we actually put a bunch of flowers there, very Lisa Vanderpump. So this year, I'm very happy with this. We did just a bunch of like black leaves because I thought it was very Halloween-y. And then going down this way, this is our Nightmare Before Christmas pin board. It's very full, so we probably are going to need another one next year. Actually, I should turn the light on probably, right? And then we have just a little Jack Skellington hanging there. On this side, we have our Haunted Mansion pin board, which I know some could argue should be out year-round, but we only display this at this time of year. So there she is. And then the last thing I'm gonna show over here is just, we have the Sally animatronic, which you've seen that last year. If you wanna see her talk, link the video from last year above and below. We do have a few decorations like in our bathroom and our other bathroom, but I'm not going to show that now. We have our Haunted Mansion portrait from Spirit Halloween from a few years ago. And then we do have like a little bit out here. So this is, we both have these matching Rae Dunn blankets with some little pumpkin pillows, Nightmare Before Christmas pillows. There's my, always are using these Simple Modern cups, and I did it like with a green strawberry pumpkin. We have the same blanket. And then this I got because I thought it was very Rocky Horror Picture Show from Five Below, I want to say. And then over here we have this ghost from Target. I had to get it this year because it's very sadness. So like instead of having it activated by motion, we actually left this on so we could just press it when we want.
Got a lot of candy. A dog barked and I dropped it on the ground. Then the dog ate it. Didn't get me candy I liked anyway.
So she's iconic. And then I searched everywhere this summer for this. I found it. It's the Maleficent blow molds. So we have it on our little shoe rack. Love her. Just a little random pumpkin. And then this actually looked a little different. So I will explain. We did have a live sale last Saturday. And we had to put like some people's little baskets there, so it did change. So I will show you what we have. So this blow mold is Mickey Mummy. So thank you to my bestie Laura for sending me this for my birthday. I love you. We have a couple of Simpsons Funkos, a bunch of like mystery minis, and then over here we have a bunch of the Nightmare Before Christmas Doorables. And then I'm using a shelf to display some of our other Simpsons horror Funkos. And then this little house is actually from Target this year as well. Going down, we have the graveyard thing here, which I love. We have little trick-or-treaters outside the Haunted Mansion. So this is that ornament. It's supposed to go on a tree, but we actually like having it just as decor. And then we have the Hatbox Ghost. And then this is kind of just a little haunted fun house. Oh, I don't know why this is here. But we have like a hearse and some houses. And then we do have some lighting, so you'll see this at night as well. This shelf actually didn't exist a week ago. So, since Halloween's like almost over, we're just leaving it. So we have just a bunch of Funkos out, like the Coraline, Frankenweenie dog. We have the Scream popcorn bucket. So what was here was 2 pumpkins that we actually ended up putting up here for now because we needed the space for our live sale. So those are gonna stay there for now. So yeah, anyway. And then this bottom shelf is just of some of our Nightmare Before Christmas Funkos and other miscellaneous things. So this is actually the Advent calendar. It actually turns around and it's Christmas. So it's actually right now 6 days till Halloween, so I have to switch that. We have our Halloween tablecloth, and then we actually put some of our wishables of the Hocus Pocus as like a centerpiece with a bunch of pumpkins around. And then this year, John actually had a really cool idea of putting our Halloween and like villain munchlings into like a display like this. So I really love the way that looks. We have a little Lego skeleton man. And of course we had to buy, I'm glad we bought this year because the one from last year did not light up. So you'll see that light up of the Mickey wreath. Going down, we have our little famous game mummy. Okay, and then this little shelf here, we have, I bought this on Amazon actually. So this was meant to be a Bitty Pop holder because it has the little spaces. But if you guys remember, I did with the Princess Castle, I made it just adorable holders. So we have all of the Halloween Doorables from that Five Below set. So we have all of them, which I love that so much. Down here we just have a little Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and then a little Stitch in a pumpkin. And then we have a little dancing Oogie Boogie, the soda pop, and then a bunch of Funkos. So this little house I bought from Michael's as well. So this actually fits, there's Casper. It fits all like Funko Pops, or you could put like whatever in it. So we just have like a bunch of random Funko Pops on display, and then our stackable ghosts. And then we have our Halloween Loungeflys here. So this I think was from last year of the house. We have Casper, the Boys, Sam, Sally outfit, and then Mater. And then we do have more, so like it's stacked with 2. But these are the favorite ones we wanted to show. And then in our kitchen we have the Haunted Mansion portraits, and in the middle I thought it would be cool to display this Nightmare Before Christmas painting that Freya made us. Going down, I have these little ghost sun catchers, which I love those. I need to find some for Christmas, I feel like. And then this I'm probably gonna have out all year round. This is an owl from Target, so I'll turn that on later in the video. And then these 2 pumpkins are from Target. We have the popcorn bucket Mickey Mummy. And then this house I actually have from 2 years ago, I think, from Target. And then I got this ornament and I thought it looked cool there, like how people hang like those big wreaths out their house. And then we just have like Elvira and Sam in the front of the door, and then some of the McDonald's Little Boo Funko Pops. And then also thank you to Laura. She bought me this Evil Queen popcorn bucket, or not popcorn bucket, cookie jar, which I love so much. I'm gonna try to find a spot for that in our villain's bathroom. We just have a few magnets. And then just up here we have our villain's wishables, kind of the same idea. That's what we're gonna do with our wishables and doorables. It takes up so much less space than trying to put them on shelves. And then yeah, like I said, those are gonna move, but for now those are up there. And then the last part of our house decorated is we have our little Beetlejuice round. So we have the popcorn bucket from the movie. That is the Funko of the house. And then I got this little shelf this year. I don't know if I like it or not, but it does its work right now. So we have like a bunch of Beetlejuice Funko Pops in there. We have the Miss Argentina, or not Miss Argentina, the Waiting Room Girl. This is the wreath that John made last year. And then I have my non-Halloween or non-Disney Halloween pin board. This is now $13 on Bath & Body Works, which is wild because we paid almost full price for that, but we thought that looked cool there. And yeah, just some little lighting above there, which you'll see later. But that is our Halloween decor, friends. I am going to insert the photo of, or the video of everything lit up at night. Okay, so here is the place at night, all lit up. So you can see we have tons and tons of things that we have to light up, which just makes the mood so much better. And then we have a candle going. So I'll just do a little bit of close-ups on these. Super fun. And those ghosts are really bright. And then there's everything that lights up there. I'm not turning those on just because like we have to figure out more extensions and batteries and things, so we don't have those on. But I think it's super fun. It's adjusting us for Christmas because Christmas always has tons of lights. Oh, the owl turned off. Is it motion sensor? Oh, it is. And it hoots too. But I like having it on the version that doesn't. And there's the wreath. There's not too much things over here that light up, but from the couch, that's all that matters, right? So yeah, that is pretty much it. And then Maleficent does have a setting where you don't hear her. So she's just lit up, which is kind of how we prefer it because she is kind of noisy. But I will turn her on just so you guys could hear what she has to say.
Listen well, all of you. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who know. But before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die.
Oh yeah, what else? What else, girly?
Oh! Idiots! Imbeciles! Oh, they're hopeless. A disgrace to the forces of evil. My pet, you are my last hope. Circle far and wide. Search for a maid of 16 with hair of sunshine gold and lips red as the rose. Go, and do not fail me. You poor simple fools, thinking you could defeat me, the mistress of all evil. Well, here's your precious princess. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I set my trap for a peasant, and lo, I catch a prince. Away with him. But gently, my pets, gently. I have plans for our royal guest. A forest of thorns shall be his tomb. Born through the skies on a flood of doom. Now go with the curse and serve me well. Round Stefan's castle, cast my spell.
So that is our background, all in all. Let us know what some of your favorites are and give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.